We got an '01 Club Car DS. Had a battery issue. As I pulled out the old battery, one of the terminals was melted off the battery. So we had to change the battery out. The original battery, the negative terminal melted out. So we had to change the battery. The battery was old anyway, it was a few years old. So we changed out the battery, got a factory second in here, which is basically a brand new battery that has not been used, but it's been on the shelf longer than the manufacturer allows. They have like a 6 months, 1 year type of thing. Then they rotate them. And then they recharge them, test them, and sell them as seconds. They're still brand new. They're just a little older, that's all. About a year old usually, typically 6 months to a year. Anyway, so we melted out the battery terminal, so we changed the battery out. The cart starts and runs, and I put my meter on it, and the volting charging system's now. Basically stuff I've already done, but I'm just going to show you the procedure that I went. You can see we have 12 volts. Slide the seat over. We're in tow mode, or maintenance mode. And you can see we never climbed above 12 volts. We actually dropped down in voltage, so we know our voltage regulator's toast. So we got to get in here. This makes it easier to get to. Remove this stupid clamp and air hose. See, we have our control box, and it looks like we're running a factory voltage regulator. I'm going to disconnect our positive. See if we get a good angle here to view. So I'm just basically disconnecting the solenoid here. So we can get to this wire there, because this wire here goes to our voltage regulator. Take out the screw, holds that in. We got a voltage regulator here. You can see we have yellow and red, the black that goes to ground, and also to one of our switches. This goes from our voltage, or our alternator, starter generator. And this comes from the battery. But it comes from the switched side of the solenoid. Side that the starter generator connects to. And this is for our power from the starter generator, charging circuit. Yellow. This is from our starter generator. Typically what I'll do, instead of unbolting this ground wire right here, which really isn't all that necessary, I'll just splice in the new one. since it is a serviceable part, we have to take it out. But you can see the only difference between the stock one and the aftermarket one is the location that the wires come out. There's our problem there. And they're potted. They got potting material in there, so you can't see what's in there, which is fine. This is our red wire on the solenoid. We have a black wire that we bottom switch. Terminal. Okay. Make sure it's on good. The other end of this will splice into this existing boom. Since, like I said, it does have to be serviceable, so I've never understood why they didn't just do that. We are going to make it serviceable. Put a bullet connector. The bullet connector there. We'll cut this ring terminal off. Now we'll put the barrel end on. And that's typically what I do for all of my voltage regulator changeouts on these carts. That way, if it ever has to be changed again, which it will. It's a very simple task. Sometimes these bullet connectors could be a little tricky to, especially the red ones, a little tricky to, for whatever reason, get together. They're just really tight. I don't know why, they just are. Okay. Plug in our feeder from start a generator. Hook it up. The battery up. Now we'll retest our voltage. Okay, move the light so I don't melt it. Got 12 volts. Okay, there was our battery problem right there. Charging system is now back and fully operational. We'll put back in our camera keeps moving, guys. Sorry about that. Back in the screw. Holds the voltage regulator in place. And it's a direct replacement. Put that back on. Put that back on. Okay, now we just have to anchor the battery back in. This is just this lovely, wonderful, stupid club car layout here. Every manufacturer does things that I can't stand. So it's not a... I'm not bashing on club car solely here. See that hole right there? That's where I'm trying to get this. Okay. And it's in there at such a weird angle. But it takes a lot of effort to get in there and turn that nut. Okay. But whatever the trouble is, got to keep that battery planted. Battery can't be flopping around in here. Can't go too tight on these because they're... just for good measure. Okay, that's basically it on this one, guys. On to the next one.